Hey, man, you're tuned in. You're listening to Power214.com, and you're listening to the Man Lounge right now. We're sitting here in our sports segment.
Ooh, you suck. Ooh, you suck.
We moved on, and we are now chopping it up about Antonio Brown, who has a civil lawsuit that has been filed in alleging sexual misconduct, if you will, and she wants to seek compensation for it. So what I want to do is I just want to set the facts straight real quick about this situation, because there's some people out there chiming in saying, you know, how come he's not being put on the NFL exempt list, which is basically a way that you can put a player on the shelf and not have their salary count against the cap. There's no criminal investigation. There's been no criminal charges being filed. This is somebody simply saying they're suing him, which anybody can file a lawsuit, and I know that's what the narrative is, but that's the facts of it. But when you read it, bro, it ain't good for him.
So what is New England doing? Are they putting him on the shelf for now, or they going
as of today that we got on air in New England?
Fuck somebody twice and the third time you raped them.
Nah, see, that's not what she's alleging. You got to read the briefing on it.
I can pull it up.
So in one of them, she alleges that this dude was standing behind her and he jacked off and shot a nut on her back. That's one incident.
That was in the bed.
No, that was them at a workout.
Who the fuck pulls out their dick in the gym and busts a nut behind somebody like that?
She's alleging
Come on,
three
man.
different incidents. Yeah. But the thing is, like you're saying, if this was really a criminal, malicious act.
He replied to it and sent her a message.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, I nutted on your back. My girl know you a hoe.
Yeah.
You and your mama thought y'all was going to come up off of me. You're a failed gymnast.
And that's where it all came. She asked him for a $1.7 million investment into her company that she wanted to get going. And he declined after things, you know, kind of petered out. So,
right.
I mean, this sounds like classic side chick syndrome that's getting out of control. But she's playing her leverage. She's leveraging her move here because he's a celebrity. He's a highly exposed athlete. But the concern is they were trying to validate whether or not they were aware that this was coming, because the New England Patriots did not know. So
how could they know? I mean,
because they had kept it confidential. They weren't coming forward. They were trying to make an agreement, and so they kept it confidential. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a business. This man's entitled to work. If there's no criminal charges, there's nothing criminally going on. Hey, man, it's he said, she said, and we'll just wait and see what happens from this one.
But the unfortunate thing about that is, like, there's a lot of he said, she said with celebrities, whether you're an athlete or whether you're an actor or any form of entertainment right now. I mean, these thoughts are coming out the woodwork right now to try to get a payday.
I blame the people around them, bro.
You can't blame the people around them because they there to get paid. It's like you have you're a high profile individual. The people around that you bring around you are paid to do a certain job. He ain't got one person around him that is paid to say, no, you can't sleep with that woman.
Well, how can you blame, when you say you blame who?
I blame the people around them, because simply at that level, you should have people handling those situations for you. You shouldn't have a bunch of text messages between you and the female and you putting yourself in writing with this scenario.
You never had that before. How you going to have that?
Well, once again,
people around him, he just had a chick around him who say she raped him.
yeah, and she's the trainer, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the college, because they both were at Central Michigan together. So
everybody trying to get a payday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get
and
a
this
payday.
is obvious, because she says in the lawsuit that she's seeking compensation. Like I said, if there was something criminally wrong going on, she would have called the cops relatively close to those incidents and not waited until she sees this guaranteed payday, coming back again. So.
Well, I mean, my one thing that I do have to commend AB on is he's not running away from it. You step up to you, address the shit. You say, hey, yeah. You don't run from that shit. Somebody shoot at you, you shoot back. You dig what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So, but I mean, I think what's more detrimental to him right now is the conduct that he had with the Raiders and his what's being put out about him in the league right now. Because I don't care what you say, and it's a conversation that I've had with other athletes, like namely my nephew that was here last week, Jeremiah, and the other SMU athletes. Our nephew, other athletes coming up. It's like there's life after football. So how you conduct yourself during football. If you look at athletes right now who are quote unquote bad apples, who in the locker room, they were this type of person. They were not good in the locker room, but on the field they were outstanding. You know what? Once the ownership or management felt like, okay, you know what, we don't need you anymore. There's life after football, and you have to prepare yourself for that. There are certain athletes who do not prepare themselves for that because they think they're just all of that. And you look at Chad Ochocinco, great football player. Where is he now? T.O. You know what? I never was a big fan of T.O. I never thought he was. I don't give a damn if he's Hall of Fame or not. White people fuck up too.
He's certified.
White people fuck up too.
I'm talking about on the field.
I was watching it was a celebrity volleyball beach tournament, and there was a all-star volleyball player, female. She looked at T.O. and how he was playing. She was like, "Really? You know, he just awkward. He looked like a ostrich running. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a fan of his."
If T.O. had stayed in Philly and everything worked out in Philly, it ain't no telling what kind of numbers he would have had with Donovan.
Yeah, exactly. But that's my whole point. What he just said.
I said if things had worked out,
but things never worked out anywhere he went.
Exactly. But
that's the whole point of what I'm saying. That's the whole point of what I'm saying.
He did his job, but he did it his way, and that's kind of what Antonio Brown is doing.
And that rubs the executives wrong. That goes back to just what you just certified. What I just said. There's life after football.
Yeah.
And they don't think about this shit.
Because they think it's about me.
Exactly, exactly. And they just fuck
themselves. Look at the big difference. Look how Andrew Luck left the game. Guaranteed money, gets to keep it.
Yep.
They're going to guarantee him a job later on. They tell him, go enjoy your family and come back and be healthy.
They want to do that to a regular black player.
No.
But it's his performance. I think if somebody like what is that guy's name? I can't think of his name. The number 11 for the Arizona Cardinals, the wide receiver,
Larry Fitzgerald.
I think if he went out like that, they were like, okay, you can keep your money. You know what? He's always been a good guy in the game. Exactly.
Yeah. He's an ambassador of the game.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're an ambassador of the game,
when Larry Fitzgerald would have went out, and he still was $100 million or whatever he was into his contract, they would have gave it to him.
I believe they would have let him keep his guaranteed. They let Andrew Luck keep his guarantee, a percentage of his guarantee.
$20 million.
Because of who he is.
Exactly.
They look at what they're paying Larry Fitzgerald in his 15th year. He doesn't even make nowhere near that on a top paid wide receiver. He's not even the top 15 wide receiver.
But he's on the decline of his career.
Yeah.
And still in there getting it.
You say that, but look at his numbers from last year and compare. Like we play fantasy. I don't know if you play fantasy. Look at his numbers from last year and compare him to the top 10 wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, he's still
there.
Force for his team, but he's not a top 10 wide receiver. But his career stats.
But because of his, like you just said, he's an ambassador of the game. Because of the way he carries himself, he's still in the game. Look at, and then you look at somebody like what is his name? The Cowboys '88.
Michael Irvin?
No, Des Bryant.
Yeah.
You know, can still perform, but because of his attitude, from what you hear, he's out of the game.
Speaking of '88, man, did you see what the fuck Michael Irvin had on last night?
No,
man, this ninja had on some like lime green. Like it was awkward. It was awkward to look at. Yeah, it was, but it was a good game. You know, Jameis Winston and them boys pulled it out. Stand up, fourth and one from the 2-yard line. They stopped them.
Goal line
to win the game 20-14. So, hey man, you're listening to Power214.com right now. You're listening to the Man Lounge. I'm your boy Frankie. I'm sitting here with that dude. We're just chopping it up about our sports segment. And in regards to our sports segment, we definitely want to shout out to those Redbird Raiders. That boy Galen Gilstrap out there, Coach Earl Thompson, Coach Darryl, Trey, Billy Willie.
Can we get some tickets to the game?
Bruce.
Can we get some tickets to the game? Can we go down on the field, interview some of the players, and talk to them? And
you talking about youth football?
Yeah. I want to interview some of the kids players.
You talking about my kids?
Redbird Raiders, yeah.
Nah, not right now, man. We got work. We don't talk to the media during the season right now. We don't talk to the media during the season. Last week we played the West Dallas Vikings, and we went 2-2. Shout out to that C team.
I'd love to talk to my nephew, man. Get my nephew in here and interview him and shit.
Yeah, hey man, you know, eventually we're gonna get to it. But you know, Redbird Raiders is a great program for the youth in the community, man. I think
all the programs. I think if you're a single parent, especially as single moms, and you're trying to raise a young man, it is so important for you to get them involved in sports. Mm-hmm. It is extremely important as a single mother, and for girls also. Get your kids involved in sports, because if you don't get them involved in something, they're going to find something to get involved in.
My daughter, she got picked up again. She'll be back in the Christmas Carol this year. She's going to be
look at my niece,
Tiny Tim's sister, I think. Yeah, so
Tiny Tim got a sister.
I think so. Last year she was Tiny Tim.
Okay, when this spring, they're gonna have her.
She's growing up. So
okay, wait a minute. That's they ain't sticking with the storyline.
No, you was talking about getting the kids.
No, I
said
I said they're not sticking with the storyline. They're gonna change her from Tiny Tim to Tiny Tim's sister.
Well, now she's too tall.
Oh, she's too tall.
Yeah. So it was funny though, because this is my daughter, and she's playing the role of a small boy. And so at the end of the show, they bring all the actors out, and they all at the entrances where you can do the meet and greet. And everybody swore she was a boy until I walk up and she's like, "Daddy," and everybody's like, "That's a girl."
Look, hey, y'all need to hold off on my daughter. I mean, my niece. Shit, she a girl doing her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Meredith.
Shit. So
shout out to Frankie Jr. Shout out
both
to
of them doing their thing.
Hey,
sis, how you doing?
Man, we're sitting in the man lounge.
We're gonna be fucked up by the end of the show. I'm gonna be fucked up by the end of the show.
I'm not.
I am.
We got Dexter Givens Jr. coming through.
Where's Dexter? Where's Dexter?
Yes,
that's literally, and I'm not sitting there trying to, be on some crazy shit, but literally, where's Dexter? That's his IG at Where's Dexter.
Check him out.
So if you look on,
check out the Package DJ on IG.
You know what? I don't know if I can say that now.
Also, he also has a website, Dance With Me DJ service with a svc.com. You make sure you check him out, look him up. We appreciate you doing that mix, that Triple D mix, all Dallas artists on that thing. Shout out to War I Am. Shout out to my boy Tyron Hurst up there in Delaware, Philly area. We got you in the mix with your jam later on.
Got a shout out to Madam Posh. We still picking up people on our IG. We picking up people on our IG from when Madam Posh was on the show.
We appreciate you. We appreciate the love and the support.
Madam Posh said next time we have her on the show, she gonna bring in some toys, and she gonna bring in her gentleman friend and tie him up. And
chains and shit.
You know what? But you know what? And you and I, we talked after the show, and I made a suggestion. Madam Posh, I think. Gave us a great perspective on the BDSM lifestyle. I would love to get a male master, on the show.
I don't know about all this.
Get a male perspective on it.
If I had my way, we have us.
Well, it is the Man Lounge, so we need to get. Well, but if you think about it, a male master, he's going to bring in some of his female slaves.
You know what I think we should do?
No, hold on.
I think for a sponsorship, I think we should go to a strip club and pitch to them that they be here for happy hour on Friday.
No, fuck that. I ain't with no strippers. You know what? My stripper life is like, I ain't gonna say it's over, but it's over. So it's like, I never, I had a really, really short stripper life, I didn't really get into the stripper scene until I got married. Before I got married, and I got married when I was in my 30s, and before I got married, I'm divorced now, but before I got married, I never went to strip clubs. I was like, fuck this shit. It's a waste of my time. I'm not finna give these bras no money. And it's like, the only time I went to them is like if one of my boys was having a birthday or if it was a bachelor party. Other than that, I never went. But when I was going through what I was going through in my marriage, man, please.
So let me ask you this, because this came into the mailbag last week. Travis out the 817 wants to know his boy that he only been around with for like a year. He has a girlfriend, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she be shooting at him. And he don't know if it's a setup or not. But he wants to know what he should do.
Shooting at him how?
Like he feels like it's flirting.
Okay. Is he attracted to her?
He's asking for help. He just wants to know what he should do. I want to tell him just go ahead and knock her down. He thinks it might be a setup.
Why is he thinking it's a setup? What's his role? What does he do? I mean, he a bag man? He a D-boy?
I didn't get all that. It was just a little brief email. He said that in his scenario, they...
Hell, if that nigga get up and go to a regular 9 to 5 and ain't no other broads talking to him, then yeah, go on knock it off. But, like if you like a CEO or something...
Boy. This is boy's broad.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So his partner...
Okay.
This is his girlfriend.
Oh.
But when they all go out, he feels like she be shooting at him.
Maybe that's just something he wants in his mind.
Maybe she's just being friendly.
Yeah, because like it's like like.
But the thing is, once he shoots that shot, it's done. Like he can't
exactly. He can't go back to his boy. Well, man, I thought she was trying to holler. Because the first thing his boy gonna say, well, why ain't you talk to me?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I mean, and we all know my boy Google. Shout out to AP Studios. That's what he does. He's a film director, and he and I went back and forth in situations like that. He had a girl that stepped to me. And I was like, yo, man, your girl, she stepped into her brother. He was like, do your thing. And I also had a female friend of mine, and he was like, so, man, what's up with it, man? She's like, I said, hey, man, handle business, man. We've gone back and forth like that. So, it's like, if that's his boy, then, he gotta step to his boy, and he got to say, hey, what's up? But is this his real girl, or is this just a side chick that he just knocking out?
I haven't gone back and forth with him about all that. I was just trying to get some general stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to put him out there like that, and I just told him listen in for some advice. But honestly, I think he should just leave it all the way alone.
No. I wouldn't. That's just me.
The only reason why I say that is this: he confirmed there hadn't been any physical. She hasn't physically come to him and say, hey, I'm trying to shoot you some of this snapper. This is what he feels. So like you said, he might just be in his head.
Right. He on some fantasy shit.
Yeah. So it might be more of him wanting to hit that versus her actually.
And you saying he shouldn't put that tension between him and his boy.
That I mean, you figure you don't spend a year with a dude as far as being friends.
A year.
Yeah.
They've been friends for a year?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought they'd been friends for like decades, man. Hell,
damn.
They ain't done nothing together.
How you know?
They ain't done nothing together.
How you know?
In a year, bro, it take me a year just to tell a nigga my real name. Fuck is you talking about?
Which
a
name
year?
You going by this week?
Shit, that dude.
That dude.
Shit, if you get past that dude, a kid fun, then okay, maybe. Shit.
I'm just saying.
Look. I tell my son all the time. I tell both of my kids actually. I mean, just because somebody talk to you, just because somebody want to hang out with you, that don't mean they're a friend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that you meet comes if they gravitate towards you, they're coming at you from an angle. Mm-hmm. It's your job to figure out what that angle is. Mm-hmm. What's up with it? What are you trying to be next to me for? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to put off on me, or what are you trying to get from me?
Yeah.
So within a year, you still trying to figure that shit out. I mean, maybe they got something in common that just keeps them kicking it like that. But shit.
Well, I just never been, and I never understood this. I've been a big fan of that 3-wheel dating or double dating, or just having extra.
Wait a minute, nigga. You talking about a whole bunch of different shit now. 3-wheel dating and double dating.
Well, I'm just
especially talking to a nigga like me.
I'm just assuming from his scenario that if he's going out with him and his boy and his girl,
and he don't have a girl with him,
you think she would be shooting at him in front of another chick?
It depends, because it's like. I've been, my past when it comes to females and the type of females I've been around with. I've been on.
Get up and just walk over to the next table and start talking to a broad in front of the broad that you took out, and then probably run into the chick that you canceled with.
You're right.
So
you're right, but it's like if they are like, you have to know what type of relationship they are on in the first place. I mean, they might be on some.
Hey man, Travis,
3
at the end
marriage
of the
type
day,
shit.
You listening, bro? You can listen to that dude, and I guess you're telling him to go ahead and dabble if you can.
No, Travis, you need to call me, man. Let's put this on the air. Let's put this on the air because I got questions, bro.
Give us a call, man.
I got questions.
759-7797. You're tuned in to Power214.com and you're listening to the Man Lounge with Franky and That Dude.
This shit just a little bit too vague, Travis. Nigga, I need a drink now. So.
Hey man, sometimes I just reach out. I get a lot of spam mail in that thing too. So, but y'all make sure you be on the lookout because we also got the apparel store getting set up. We're trying to get some shirts that you can get printed on demand. Some Man Lounge shirts. They're only gonna be $15. So y'all support us and make sure y'all go check out that Facebook page. It's the Man Lounge apparel store. Once you place your order, I believe you get it within 72 hours.
Is that your pistol?
Yeah, that's my pistol.
Okay. I'm looking at him like, he got his pistol. Okay, I couldn't make up my mind what it is. Okay, no, that's cool. Hey, Thea, with the Wicked candles.
Yes.
I need to get some of those.
Man, that thing is just blazing in my house. That one,
yeah.
I ain't gonna talk about the size of the one I got, but the one that I got is powerful. Artia, we appreciate that. Yeah,
that's what they got too from Wicked Beauty Bar. Yeah. I got a candle like in my bathroom. It's connected to my master bedroom, and I fired that candle off. And the one she gave me was like Man Shave or something like that. You know, and I fired up, and it's got my whole bedroom, my bathroom, nice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely check out Wicked Candle Bar.
Wicked Beauty Bar.
Wicked Beauty Bar candles.
I don't know why he keeps wanting to put candles in.
Cause nigga, it's a candle. I got a candle.
I'm pretty sure it's Wicked Beauty Bar on IG.
Okay,
and
Tia.
if you can't, you hit up Sam from Saying Things.
Sammy
at
from
Girl on Fire 219.
From Saying Things, and but Tia, I need some candles because I'm really thinking like damn, this might be the gayest thing I say all day. So I'm thinking these some nice Christmas gifts. So I ain't even no Christmas person either. So, but yeah, I'm like going to put it out there because my sister, she loves candles. My sister loves candles.
At the end of the day, Tia, after we get you a couple sales, we're going to come talk to you about some sponsorship for the Man Lounge so you can keep the Man Lounge in the studio smelling fresh. So we'll make sure we get you plugged in there.
I need to...
How can your own telephone number be calling you?
It's a trick.
Yeah, it says scam likely. Yeah. So let's move on to the next segment, entertainment. I don't know what you've been, if you've been able to catch up, but Snowfall. You've been watching Snowfall, bro?
Snowfall. I do not watch Snowfall.
Man,
I don't watch a lot of TV.
What about Power?
We and that's something that we missed bringing in was Power, the new season and everything. When we were off the show one day, off air, you said that you thought Angela was still alive. That bitch seemed to be dead as fuck. I'm sorry, no bitch. No bitch, I'm sorry.
Man, they killed my broad, B.
Yeah, she dead.
They killed her.
She doorknob coochie dead.
Well, now you got Team Ghost versus Team Tommy.
But you know what?
And then you got the Serb playing them together.
So is this the final season?
I believe so. Because there's a spinoff coming that has Mary J. Blige that's starring in it. It's supposed to be just like Power.
Damn. I'm just glad Kanan gone. I didn't like Kanan. Fuck Kanan.
Did you see the viral video trending with Tariq right now? It's on Facebook. This is in real life. He's getting on the elevator and the dude's looking at him. He's like, yo, man, I should whoop your ass right now. And he was like, what? And he was, what was it? And he was like, it's a TV show. He was like, it ain't a TV show, Tariq. But man,
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious, man. You make sure you gotta check that out, man.
But you know what? That's a tribute to his acting because it's like when I see actors or I see shows that make me feel some type of way. That's why it's like I'm glad Kanan gone because Kanan had me feeling some type of way. Man. This nigga here, I'm feeling some type of way, and I'm like, come on, man.
I felt like that about Omar and The Wire until I seen him do the gay scene. Then I was like, ah, man, the realest nigga in the fucking show.
It's fudge packing.
Yeah, what the fuck, man. So, but at the end of the day, man, Power definitely is picking up. Make sure that you check it out on Sundays and Snowfall, man.
I haven't been able to get into Snowfall, man. I've tried to watch it a couple of times.
Man, that boy Franklin, they dropped a bomb this week. So, since you don't watch it, I'll give you the spoiler. Franklin got shot. He got shot last episode.
I don't even know who Franklin is.
Yeah,
is he the main character?
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's moving a couple hundred keys a week.
Okay. Well,
in LA.
Damn, sound like a nigga I might like.
Hey, I don't know nothing about that, man. Okay. Shout out to Nelson in the Dominican Republic.
Right? So. What up, Nelson? You trying to get the nigga put right back in jail.
Hey, man. But yeah, the Snowfall is definitely a dope show. You got to check that out. And other than that, man, it's back to football season. So, like Thursday through Monday, it's nothing but football with mine.
Unless you have AT&T or Spectrum who fucked off the contract with the NFL Network. So now you don't have NFL Network if you got AT&T and Spectrum. Since when? They got their shit straightened out?
Do you mean, are you talking about the Sunday ticket?
No, I'm talking about NFL Network. NFL Network.
Yeah, NFL Network.
NFL
on a couple of providers. No, it's one of the providers that dropped them.
Must be AT&T.
I know
I think
AT&T had dropped
AT&T.
them for sure because I have AT&T Uverse.
Yeah.
And the last I read, Spectrum hadn't. I need to.
He said we got it right here, but nah, the I got the Fire Stick jailbroke, so I got
That's what the fuck I
about
need to
300
get.
channels, and
I just don't want to fuck with the nigga that did it for you.
Hey,
So
well, I don't know what to tell you. There you go. There goes new connect.
okay, so, keep talking, nigga. You gonna sit there in the corner? I know how to do it.
Well, you know
the
what
fuck,
you know what
nigga?
Pimp C said. You know what
I'm
Pimp
not
C
being
said.
disrespectful. I'm saying keep talking. We talking to T-Love over here.
my feet
T-Love
in your
over here in the
couch.
corner talking shit now.
Put my feet in your couch, nigga. Hey, man, you're tuned in to power214.com, and this is the Man Lounge. We just in here tripping out. We really got a little freestyle hour going on right now. We're waiting on our in-studio guest to get here. That boy, Dexter Givens Jr., funny as hell. Check him out.
Is he
on
from
IG.
Dallas?
Huh?
Is he from Dallas?
Yeah, I believe he's a little small town outside of Dallas. He's country born and bred boy. He's funny as hell. His comedy is going to relate to more of like a family style comedy. So he's going to talk about that granny that everybody had, that uncle that everybody had. But this dude can relate in any room, man. And so he hits you with some risky topics sometimes, but he's clever about how he does it, and he really makes you think because he'll catch you off the cuff real quick, and you'll be like, oh. That was pretty funny. So
You are so fucking PC. I can't stand
hey,
that
I'm
shit
just telling you,
sometimes.
man,
Can't
hey,
stand that shit sometimes.
I don't want to bring people here that's not going to be able to live up to the guest list standard. So they got to come here and they got to be able to either educate or entertain.
You know what? Speaking of guest list, so I had a conversation with your niece, my daughter. She came up to the house the other day, wanted me to do some work on a car, change some brakes out, and so we got to talking. And so, definitely need to run it by you. My daughter is, I don't know if she's a semi-lesbian, semi-bisexual. She, what? What that nigga say? Time to take a break.
He said time to take a break.
My daughter, yeah, she's semi-lesbian, semi-bisexual. 1 year she'll date a woman, the next year she'll date a man. I don't know. But, and she's a strong black woman. She's extremely outspoken. I love her to death. But she's got a friend who I would love to bring on the show and talk to. Her friend name is Morgan. Morgan was born a female and is currently going through a transgender process right now. She's converting over from being a female to a man. And, she said when she originally talked to her mom was, of course, very supportive, disappointed in losing her daughter. But her dad was like, and it made me think. It made me think. Because, you have a daughter and I have a daughter. And her dad was like, okay, you transitioned from a female to a man. I can't support a man. You know what I'm saying? I can't support my son. I can support my daughter. But you transferred, so I got to cut you off now. And so her dad cut her off because she was transitioning. And, I... Like,
she going all the way through with it?
Yeah,
like
she going all the way through it. Yeah, she going all the way. She didn't already cut the breast off and everything. And as a woman, she's a beautiful... When she used to date my daughter. So, and when